Welcome to the Flicks, Picks, and the Nitpicks, and I am your humble host, S01, and let's get into the shenanigans of today, which is Jared Leto's look for Justice League has finally been revealed. You've seen people talking about it online. Road to the Snyder Cut, we gotta get it in and discuss the character designs for it. And before we even get into the visualizations of it, do you remember this guy? Excuse me. This guy. Now, the first time they released this design of the Joker for David Ayer's Suicide Squad, it was met with a lot of mixed opinions. I had some mixed opinions about it too. Nothing too crazy. I thought it was interesting, but I just would never have went with the tattoos. And then when someone talked about, if you do the mathematics, they were in mobster culture the first time, so why not? In this day and age, they gravitated towards the gangs. And I was like, you know what? I was okay with it. I think the damage tattoo was just a little too much on the nose. And if you ever notice anything about me, what I always said is one good way to revision his version a little bit from David Ayer, if you wanted to get rid of the tattoos, because I think with the tattoos they tried to find tattoos that would make sense for the Joker, and all you could do is laugh, smiles, and cards. And it looks like, well, that's all he's gonna have all over his body. It's almost a joke or a caricature to itself. But here's the kicker. I always said how I would have did it was the next movie where we see Joker in the alternate future and nothing, the one that comes as a sequel to what they already started. What I would have done was, let's go have a scene where you introduce the Joker from the very beginning and he's washing the tattoos right off his body. That's up Joker's alley. And that doesn't take nothing away from the gangster mythos of what they were trying to build with the gangsters of all the Gotham City people being more like gangsters and gangbanger type dude instead of going the mob gangster route. I think that would have been a more interesting change. You figure him rinsing it off, that would actually make all the fans happy to take it off. And to be honest, I thought a lot of the tattoos was a tad distracting, just a tad. But like I said, I wasn't mad because I liked when he was clothed and wore the suit, the black suit. I loved that depiction of Joker. I was like, yeah, that's up the alley. When he had the gold gun and was laughing and all of that, I was like, yo, that's Joker. Even when he had the burned face, I was like, I'm feeling it, and it was kind of giving me some Jack Nicholson vibes. But then Zack Snyder's version is updated, but it's in a Knightmare sequence. But seeing this, just going over what Jared Leto brought, it's so sad we didn't get a chance to really enjoy this character. They said, I remember the rumor was the reason why he had the fronts or the grills, quote unquote, call them fronts, is because maybe the Joker knocked out all his teeth and he had them replaced, and that would make sense. I could go with that. I'm cool with all of this. I'm just not sure about the tattoo. Definitely not this. We could get rid of this. If he had just one, I think I'd be alright. Not so much, but but like I said in the beginning, I really wasn't mad because this depiction, even when he's suited and he looks gangsta, I'm fucking with the visuals. The colors pop. I mean, it does look he just has this regular lipstick, or if they didn't do nothing interesting. So instead of having the scars, his teeth was knocked out possibly by Batman over the years. Put that in. I was like, you know what? I could go with that. And then we see what they did with the Joker with Joaquin Phoenix and Todd Phillips' version of Joker in 2019. And it's a big difference. I can see why people would assume that this could have been Tim Drake, but him and Batman, Jared Leto and Ben Affleck are about the same age, so would it make sense just because he looks a lot more fit and a lot more younger? But I wasn't mad if they would have tried to flip it and make him like a like Jason Todd, but I wouldn't went that route. At the end of the day, just the designs alone, it just seemed like they ran out of, like, other than cards and laughter and smiles, it just too much on the nose, right? And Joker, the clown, it just seemed like they ran out of ideas of what they can do. Now this tattoo makes sense, all right, knife through Batman, I could get that, but I don't know, I think they could have just, if anything, just kept this. If you was gonna do a tattoo, just keep the ha 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 with the cards and leave it there. Took all of this off, the damage off. Maybe leave the 1J tattoo tear. I think that would have been okay, and I'd have left it at that. I'd have took the big Joker over the stomach off. Or if I was gonna do the tattoos, every time Joker would have showed up, he'd have had a brand new tattoo, and everybody would been like, "What the hell is that about?" And eventually, I'd have showed him rinsing it off. It's a joke. And plus, also, he's a clown prince that no one really knows whose his identity is. It would also kind of play into his character that he would make a joke of himself. That being said, let's take a look. This is one of my favorite shots of him in the black and white suit. These are Jokers. Everybody fell in love with Joaquin Phoenix's interpretation. Mixed feelings on this, but a lot of people felt that this film did him a disservice, the Suicide Squad, for what he could credibly bring to the character Joker. And again, I would have really liked to have seen this film, but a Natural Born Killer's version of it. But that being said, this is Knightmare Joker. And this was a great way to release the footage. Grainy, kind of see the smile from far away. Black and white, great shot, great shot. The Joker card, great shot. And here is your Joker with these touch shots with Batman. This looks great. This is interesting though. Like he's got a butcher's outfit on. Who did he kill? We're asking, but this is really just to set the mood to show how psychotic he looks. But if he's working with Batman, this is going to be very interesting on how this is going to operate, since clearly he looks like he's still a villain per se. So is Zack Snyder's version of Joker just getting taken out of Arkham Asylum? Because I'm assuming that this is like supposed to show Arkham Asylum. We live in a society, and I don't know why, but he looks like he has an overbite and he ate too much raspberries. But this was cool though. It makes him look more vampire-esque. It just looks a lot more intense as a character. He looks a lot more like a killer and a serial killer. And just to be clear, because people said he got rid of the tats, but I thought he had gloves on both hands. But no, it's just on. No, he has gloves on both hands. These are, I think these are gloves. Yeah, because you don't see no nails. So I don't know how people was maybe people just thought that was the tattoos. I know they asked Zack Snyder on the fandom, IG fandom, and he came out and said, hey, he did consult with David Ayer, but he looked at all his test footage, I guess just to honor that Joker and carry him over into the Knightmare sequences. So I think this is dope. He kind of said it's his own thing, and I think he's trying to be diplomatic. But we know what universe it is. There's going to be a lot of things that we might have to. Like I said, I still take the actor's word for it, but I have to have a small caveat because we have a lot of telltale histories where actors and directors have to be misleading because other things are going on in the background that we're not aware of, and until certain things get ironed out, they'll talk about it in such a manner in which so they don't basically lie or fraud themselves, so people don't say, hey, you told me it was going to be this, that, and the third. Well, it's going to be what it be until all deals are being made. But at the end of the day, I think I don't think this is going to allude to anything of just Suicide Squad, but there's a reason why he wanted to use Jared Leto. He wanted to to honor what was already set before, but take it further, because this is a different reality, a different world, a nightmare vision, and where is Joker here? And if he did omit the tattoos, then fine. I just don't know how can we make that argument. We can't really, well, I guess you could say, because this is I guess that might be him underneath it, like it's like nothing covering it underneath the jacket. So like I said, I can't really tell if that's supposed to be like his skin, because I don't see the tattoos. But at the same time, I think it looked like it could be his hand, but when you really look at it, you don't see a nail. I think he's still wearing the gloves. It's just the way it's lit. Yeah, he's still wearing gloves. So we I don't know if it's 100% confirmed. I just know that Zack Snyder did kind of allude that he might have gotten rid of it, but I guess we won't know until we actually see the film on March 18th. But again, I'm loving the aesthetic. He didn't really do too much with it, just made his hair a lot longer and just set him in certain scenes for the promotional photos, just so you can get an idea and a grain of what kind of Joker exists in this nightmare reality. And I'm loving what I see so far. It seems like he's a lot more psychotic, a lot more intense, and this, you know, it looked like he has a bloody mouth. I don't know, it's working. It's working for what they're trying to do, especially in that reality. So yes, I'm liking what I see. This is a dope shot. These are some real dope shots, and this is him from where he once was to where he is now, and I think this is a good way to end off. You can just kind of see where they're trying to take the character in a more dynamic and more imposing way. I could see this fit a little bit more in a crime drama, which I would have loved to have seen with Ben Affleck opposite Jared Leto, but this is finally, at least we're going to get an opportunity to see them work opposite, as opposed to the brief moments that they had in Suicide Squad. This is what I look forward to seeing. I like where they're going with this so far. Yes, we know there's a new Superman coming. As some information comes out, we'll get into it, but right now it's still all things Snyder Cut. We're going to have fun with it. We're going to enjoy it, and hopefully the new Superman movie will be just as good as how I felt about Man of Steel. With that being said, let's just see. I don't think there's any other shots. Here's a clearer shot from the actual trailer. And again, he looks like he has an overbite. This is the only part that looks a little off to me. Yeah, he got rid of the tattoo on his face. Yeah. So yeah. So this is where I'm a little at loss for. But at the end of the day, in screen, I don't know if he's going to be walking around like he had to overbite, or just this is just the shot. But it's still a great shot. I like how this new Joker look is going over. I like the fact that it seems like people are enjoying it. And there's another shot, the Jesus crown shot. And this is a shot that's very interesting to me. Is this just for the promo shot, or this is actually going to be seen in the film? And is this going to depict something a lot more? This is very interesting. I really like this shot, but it's really like, what is this going to mean? Is this just for the artistry of the shot? Because I know he's a highly visual person, Zack Snyder. Or is this going to play into it? And if I know Zack Snyder, it just might. The only thing is, I'm just not sure in this case would it, because like this is a very special circumstances. So I don't know if this was just more like test shots that he just released as concept ideas, or this is actually going to be something that we see in the film, like kind of like how in the beginning of Suicide Squad, when we went to go get Harley Quinn, she was kind of upside down in that artsy pose and swinging from the top of the cage on the bed sheets. The bed sheets hanging from the top of the cage, and she was swinging on it, kind of like the circus ladies would do. I wonder if this is going to be the opening scene when Batman sees him, he's wearing that as a sign of something. You know, like, I guess his redemption story, because he's going to be the good, working with Batman, I guess in a way loosely termed a good guy. And this is kind of like how he sees himself, or the joke of it all. That I'm the guy that's going to help Batman. Or maybe in the Knightmare sequence in BVS, the person that he was supposed to rendezvous with was Joker, or Joker was his contact getting the information out. Who knows? One thing we do know is that Joker will be in it. I don't know if this is going to be something alluding to a scene, but it'd be very interesting. But one thing we can say is this is a striking picture, all things considered. And it only just furthers the interest in what this film could be and would be. And I look forward to every minute of it. So, in any event, leave it in the comments below. Let me know, do you like the designs that you're seeing, the new updated version of where they're doing aesthetically with Jared Leto? Leave it in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe. See you next time. And as always, till I have a better outro, chill.